Hello, it's Sadie. I wanted to come on and do a divine masculine energy reading and divine feminine message for today. Today is Saturday, November 6th, ruled by Saturn. And the divine masculine energy has been very, very strong the last couple days. I wanted to kind of sit down and bring everything through, but I haven't had a lot of time, so that's why I'm doing it today. I'm going to use tarot as a demonstration of the energy, and then I'll pull some oracle cards to kind of get more clarification of what the divine masculine is feeling right now. So a lot of the divine masculines are kind of in this space, the devil reversed. The devil reversed is breaking addictions, breaking bad habits, sobering up, moving away and disentangling from karmic partners, karmic people, karmic situations. A lot of the divine masculine energy right now is really sort of wanting to spend time alone. So there's some of them are in hermit mode. Some of them are in hermit mode because they're doing a lot of healing and a lot of purging and trying to break through these addictions and break through these negative cycles that they know are no longer serving them. Others are in hermit mode because they're evolving and changing and it's very overwhelming for them. And they're sort of like in this dark night of the soul energy, just trying to figure out who they are and where they go from here. So there's a lot of activity around the divine masculine and sort of this energy of growth, this energy of movement, this energy of sobering up. A lot of them have actually like stopped drinking, stopped using certain substances, stopped going on dating apps, stopped hanging out with the karmic partner, stopped hanging out with people that they know are not good for them, not in a good place. And so this devil reverse energy is about liberation, and it's about freedom from negativity, freedom from addiction. And so the divine masculine is actually really, really working hard right now. We'll bring up the Eight of Pentacles to move beyond this energy, to move beyond the devil energy. With the Eight of Pentacles, some of them, because they're trying to break through addictions and break bad habits, they're spending more time at their actual work. So some of them are in a position of leadership and authority. They have more responsibility at this time, and so they're doing more work at this time. So there's a lot of activity around work because there's this 10 of Wands energy that's like overwhelm, overworked, stress. You know, some are putting in 50, 60-hour weeks. Some are having to do a lot of travel with work. But there's a lot of energy around work, around building something. Some of them may be builders, may be contractors. Others are, like I said, in a position of authority, and there's a lot of activity with their job right now or their career path right now, or trying to build a business or build a career. And so they're really trying to focus on that, focus on the positive things in their life, focus on the things that they can control, instead of, you know, karmic partners and karmic people. Not to say that some aren't still sort of, that the karmic energy is not around them, but it's definitely less than it has been because there is this energy of sort of isolation, disentanglement, disengagement, disconnection. And so for those who their divine masculine has a karmic that's sort of been a mainstay in their divine masculine's life for a long time, that energy is clearing out. That's the good news. The bad news is that I brought this up a couple weeks ago with the Eight of Cups, and it's specifically this card because this Eight of Cups is like a gateway. This energy right here is the past, and they're walking into the light. But a lot of the divine masculines right now, because they're so focused on their work, because they're so focused on building money, because they're so focused on building themselves up, are not really walking through this door. It's like, yes, they've left these negative cups behind, they've left these karmic cycles behind, but they're not really moving forward. And so for those of you who don't have much communication with your divine counterpart, that is why. Even though they want to be with you, there's so much energy around desire, around wanting you, around loving you, around caring about you. But a lot of the divine masculines, like I said before, with this hermit mode, it's like they're trying to figure out how you fit into their life. They're trying to figure out who they are and who they're becoming, and how to connect with you. For some, they're afraid of disappointing you again, because whatever connection that you had initially, there was so much disappointment and so much sort of hurt energy that they don't want to do that again. And so that's why they keep their distance. For others, it's really just this uncertainty of what they're going to do, like what you guys are going to be. You know, they feel the connection, they have the desire, they feel the love, but they don't really know what to do with it. It's funny, I keep hearing this song, Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses, and there's a lyric, where do we go now? Where do we go now? Where do we go now? And Axl Rose says it like 30 times towards the end of the song, but that's really what the divine masculine is feeling right now. It's like, where do we go now? I don't know where my life is headed. I'm looking at you from a distance and I'm seeing that you look like you're doing great. Like a lot of the divine masculines too, a lot of the reason why they stay away is because a lot of them are really struggling right now, really in this 10 of Wands energy, and they see the divine feminine like rising and in her power and in her beauty, and they just don't feel worthy. They don't feel like they're good enough for you at this time. And so they, again, focusing on work, focusing on the things that they can control, focusing on where they feel like they have power, where they feel like they have authority, because when it comes to you and this connection, they feel completely vulnerable and they feel completely powerless in it. There's also a lot of energy around curiosity about what you're doing. So a lot of them watch your social media. If you have social media, if they don't have social media, they are like looking at pictures of you, or like maybe even doing like Google searches or trying to figure out what you're doing. There's a lot of curiosity about you right now. There's a lot of curiosity directed at you from the divine masculine. It's a lot of it's because they're missing you. They're missing things about you, and they want to feel that closeness to you, but they're terrified of reaching out because they don't want to be rejected by you. For others, it's like window shopping. That's what I just got. It's kind of like you see that thing that you really want, but you know you're not in a position to get it yet. So you just keep like looking at it and like, you know, hoping for it and wanting to manifest it. You know, you see it and it makes you happy and you desire it, but you know you're not in a position to get it yet. That's a lot of the divine masculine energy too. So that's a lot of the reason why they're looking at you, they're focused on you, they're paying attention to you, because they're window shopping and they're wanting to really kind of see where you're at, kind of see what you're doing. So the one main song that came up, really, really wonderful song. I love this song and I hadn't heard it in a long time. It's from the 80s. I'm such an 80s baby. I love all my 80s stuff. But it's called Missing You by Waite. And I'm going to read the lyrics. Every time I think of you, I always catch my breath. And I'm still standing here and you're miles away and I'm wondering why you left. And there's a storm that's raging through my frozen heart tonight. I hear your name in certain circles, and it always makes me smile. I spend my time thinking about you, and it's almost driving me wild. And that's why my heart is breaking down this long distance line tonight. I ain't missing you at all. Since you've been gone away, I ain't missing you. No matter what my friends say, there's a message in the wild, and I'm sending you the signal tonight. You don't know how desperate I've become, and it looks like I'm losing this fight. In your world, I have no meaning, though I'm trying hard to understand. And it's my heart that's breaking down this long distance line tonight, but I ain't missing you at all. Since you've been gone away, I ain't missing you, no matter what I might say. And there's a message that I'm sending out like a telegraph to your soul. And if I can't bridge this distance, stop this heartbreak overload, because I ain't missing you at all. Since you've been gone away, I ain't missing you, no matter what I might say. And there's a storm that's raging through my frozen heart tonight, and I ain't missing you at all. Since you've been gone away, I ain't missing you, no matter what my friends say. I ain't missing you. I ain't missing you. I can lie to myself these days. And I wanted to say that lyric because that's what they're doing. They're basically keeping themselves busy with work, trying to better themselves, trying to focus on money, trying to focus on the things in their life that they feel like they have control over, because they're missing you so much. And so a lot of them are like, you know, they see you and they think that you're better off without them. They see you and they think that you've moved on, not realizing like you're right here and you miss them just as much as they miss you. And so because of that, it's like a lot of the divine masculines aren't realizing like if they would just reach out, they would not be rejected. If they would just express what they want, the divine feminine is here for it, you know? So it's a kind of a sad energy, just because they feel, a lot of the divine masculines really feel alone right now. And it's almost like they're putting themselves in this space where they're feeling alone, but they don't have to be alone, you know? They just have to reach out. And so the message for the divine feminine, though, it's just a very, very quick message, is, oh, actually, let's pull some cards. Let's tap further into divine masculine energy right now, and then I'll do the very quick message for the divine feminine. So these are the Lorena OG Eternal Messages cards. Higher Self, Holy Spirit, guides, angels, and guardians of unconditional love, help us connect to the divine masculine energy and get clarity and insight as to what the divine masculine wants to tell us right now, but is afraid to. Thank you. All right, let's see. This one's kind of flying out. Want to reconcile with you. That's definitely for those who have been with their divine masculine before in the past. There is an energy of definitely wanting to reconcile, realizing they realize what they're missing out on. I'm so attracted to you. You don't know what you do to me. There's so much desire. I mean, it's Scorpio season. So there's a lot of passion, a lot of desire, a lot of sexual energy. A lot of the divine masculines too. How do I say this? They're wanting to reach out to you because they really miss being physically intimate with you. These are for those who have been intimate with their divine masculine. For others who haven't been intimate with their divine masculine, it's their desire for you is so strong right now that they really want to like reach out to you, but they're afraid again that you would just shut it down. And the divine masculine doesn't know that a lot of divine feminines are desiring their divine masculine just as much, desiring that physical intimacy just as much. It's Scorpio season, so there's a lot of passion around. And so they don't realize, the divine masculine doesn't realize, if they just like reached out, it would be on and popping, right? So I am always reminded of you, fell out. They are. And one of the things I was picking up on too was there's a certain physical mannerism. It might just be like how you smile, or if you have like a funny laugh or a silly sneeze or something about you, like a physical mannerism that you do that they really love, that like makes them really happy. That's a very specific message for some. I'm not blind to the signs. I do see them. I'll get one more and then I'll pull some hidden truth. But yeah, for some, it's like there's something about you physically, not even sexually. I just mean something about you physically, or some sort of mannerism that you do that they just adore. Like they adore it. And it's something that really makes them love you so much. Oh, I'll grab these too. Thought about living together. So some really want that deep, big commitment, and that's why they're working so hard to get themselves to a place where they can give you everything that you desire and deserve. Let me get the card that fell under the table. Give me a second. I'm a better person because of you. You've really changed me. And so that's a lot of what I've been picking up on, is like they're moving beyond that devil energy, moving beyond that karmic energy, really trying to better themselves, sober up, end addictions, break bad habits, because they want to be that incredible, great partner, divine counterpart for you. So let's pull a couple hidden truth. Higher self, Holy Spirit, angels, guides, and guardians of 100% unconditional love. Any other quick messages, maybe just one more card or two more cards that the divine feminine needs to know right now from the divine masculine? Thank you. All right. I wish things could be different. One more. I feel you even though we are apart. And so just know, oh, and at the bottom of the deck, I love you unconditionally. Know that you are loved. Know that you are wanted. Know that you are desired unconditionally. Know that no matter where you're at right now, no matter the separation, no matter the distance, this is the divine feminine message now. What you need to know right now is that no matter where you are at or where the connection is, all paths lead home, because home is where the heart is. And so wherever the divine masculine is, wherever you guys are at, the separation doesn't matter. All paths lead home. All paths lead home. So trust and believe in that, because the universe, the angels, the guides, your higher selves, everything's leading you guys back home. Everything's leading you guys back to the heart. You just got to trust the process of it. All right. I hope everyone has a beautiful day. It's like the best fall South Florida day ever. I think it's cold, but I think I'm going to go to the beach, because why not? So I hope everyone has a beautiful, beautiful day. Divine feminines, you guys got this. Don't worry about a thing. Every little thing's going to be all right. Sending lots of love. Take care.